And we're live. Hey guys, good evening and welcome to my exciting channel. We're discussing Mandela effects and the like. Thanks for joining me today as we uncover the mysteries of the Mandela effect itself and find out the true meaning of it all. We must discover what is really happening, what is really going on here, to change these things that we know and hold dear to us. And let us help others discover the meaning of the Mandela effect and how it affects them and the price of milk. Thank you.
No, I don't take. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another great show. We're talking about Mandela effects and the like. Thanks for joining in. Welcome all Mandela effectians. So happy Thanksgiving to all of our Mandela effectians. As we gather with family and friends, which you guys all know you're my family, let's cherish the memories we share, even those that may seem to shift and change. May your evening be filled with warmth, joy, and plenty of fascinating conversations tonight about realities remembered differently. So here's to exploring the mysteries of our minds and the world around us while giving thanks to the wonder of it all. Stay curious and thankful always, guys. So I have a joke for you guys. Or actually, it's a question. Why did King Henry VIII bring a turkey leg to Thanksgiving dinner? You know why? Because everyone remembered him having one. But when he arrived, he said, "Now, where did that turkey leg go? I could swear I had it a moment ago." It seems that even royal hosts aren't immune to the Mandela effect. Hope you enjoyed that little tidbit, guys. Let's see who's all here. Let's see. Let's do a couple shout outs. And I've got my mom here with me since it's Thanksgiving. We're sharing Thanksgiving holiday. Did everybody have a nice Thanksgiving?
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving. And thanks for making it happen, Mom, for putting it all together, and my dad. And thank you guys for putting that together for us.
Welcome. Always a pleasure.
All right, let's see. Oh yeah, so let's do some shout outs here. Super Mario Brothers 3. You're always first. How do you do it, brother? Sandy is here, but she's working on putting the main points of the show together. We are going to be doing the Mandela Reality Residue Hunters portion to help her, give her some time. We got Ragami Mikado. A lot of emojis going on here. I'm not sure. Yeah, Rewrite the Stars. I love that song. Love that song. Hey, John Nada's here.
Hi.
See who else is here. Nobleness D is here. Hey, good to see you, Nobleness.
Nice.
Mr. Super Sidewinder. Hey, you gangsters. All right. TV Noel is here. Hi, everyone. Go Kart Bob. Gobble Gobble. Anybody feeling a little tired after all that turkey? I know I am. I get a little bit sleepy after eating turkey.
Yeah, I'm sleepy too.
Michael Russum's here. Moon Freedom's here. It's good to see you guys. Okay, I think I got everybody. Let me know if I missed you in the chat. Sorry about that. I think I got everybody. It's good to see you.
Yep.
All right, so let's see first. Okay, I did see something really interesting that was in Teresa's group. There's like a wasp that It has the body of a wasp, but like the head of a praying mantis. Never seen this before in my life. So let me pull this up so you guys can see it. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see that. Let me zoom in a little bit more.
On the bright side, however, they do not possess a butt dart, so they cannot sting, so that's a plus. However, much like every chick at the club, they do shake their dumpy to mimic a wasp, so other predators know to stay away. Yes, I agree, it's terrifying. This really
Are you guys able to hear that? Please tell me if you're able to hear that or not. Did you hear that?
I heard it.
Okay. You can hear this?
And excuse me? Oh, a what? Religious wasp flies are real now, I guess. We took an animal that has faster reflexes than a cat and is known for eating its significant other during mating, and one that literally swarms together in a group and stings you, and we meshed them together. I'm sorry, I didn't know wasps had an update. Evolution's really
Dang. That's
playing
crazy.
Mr. Potato Head here and just gave a wasp some scissor arms. And although I know...
What do you guys think about that one?
Hi, everybody.
It's weird.
So just some other stuff here. You guys can see this, right? Okay. So a reference to the speech. Yeah. Okay, so this is from an episode of Frasier. So Frasier is referring to the speech that that Sally Fields gave at the Oscars, and it's from Frasier season 2, episode 19. And let's see, who was that from? Beverly, I guess. Hang on.
Yeah.
So Beverly Hills posted that. You heard that? You guys heard that? They like me. They really like me.
You like me.
Although I think didn't she say they love me. They really, what was the exact quote again? I'm trying to remember.
You really like me. Quote.
Yeah, you like me. You really like me, and that's what that's what he says. Frasier says they, but it was talking about the you. She originally said you, but now she says you like me right now. You like me. Interesting,
that's so wrong.
Huh? I know it's so messed up. So
and also the Fields with an S.
Yes, Sally Fields, and now it's Sally Field.
Yeah.
Here's a comment from Sharon Rogers. Interesting point here. I'm sure time has changed. Has anyone tried counting to 60, like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, to make up a minute? You know, like that. I can't do it anymore. Try it with a timer. Time is speeding up, as written as the Bible says. McDonald says. So Matthew 24 verse 22, and we mentioned. Let's see, verse 22. And except those days, if I can zoom in.
Yeah.
Let me try hitting this here. Okay, can you guys see that? Hopefully you guys can read that. It says here, and except in those days should be shortened. There should be no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. And interesting.
Elect.
So here's a little bit of residue that Beverly Hills, who is one of our top contributors, also found from Cup of Noodles. It says Cup Noodles right here in the picture, but if you look on Walmart.com, that's what this looks like. It looks like it's from Walmart. It says Cup O Noodles. You guys see that? Can you see that image? Cup O Noodles is residue.
Yeah, barely make it out. Yeah. Cup.
Check this
No.
out. Lucy, you got some explaining to do, residue. This is from Mark Fewings.
Explaining to do.
This is Ricky Ricardo, and it's Paradise PD. And apparently, he never said this.
And you'll have a lot of explaining to do.
What do you remember?
Okay.
Right.
What do you remember?
Mom, did you say you could hear that? Could you hear that just fine?
Yes. It's funny when he says that.
Yeah, that's so weird. It is residue for sure. And so I think the Mandela effect has some explaining to do. Seriously.
Mhm.
Like we want to get
They
to the
do.
bottom of this thing. We really do. Oh, hang on. Here's some residue. This says Matthew 18:20. Matthew 18, verse 20. For where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there I am in the midst of them. This is from John 3:16, one of our members. So
Yeah.
the Bible verse used to say, we talked about this before many times on the show,
1
where
and 2.
2 or more are gathered together in my name, there I am in the midst of them. It's supposed to be. That's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it says now. Okay, where is it?
Brave.
I'm trying to. Okay. So it actually says there's residue here, and this is from a pastor, Reverend Paul Siebert, and it says here, "For where 2 or more are gathered together in my name, there I am in the midst of them." There's residue here. Interesting. In this newspaper.
Yeah, why would you limit that? God would never
I know
limit it
No, he wouldn't limit
to
it.
1 or 2.
Okay, and then this is the more residue. Where 2 or more are gathered together in my name, there I'm in the midst of them. Hey, Mom, do you remember that time we were in North Carolina at church and the minister there was talking about it? He actually mentioned 2 or more. I wish I could have
Yeah.
recorded it then.
Yeah, he said 2 or more.
Yeah, he did. The pastor said it. Where 2 or more gathered together in my name, there I am in the midst of them. So more residue. And the music is very loud. I'm sorry about that. Golly, so much residue. I didn't think there would be that much residue for it.
We're 2 or more down there, see?
Mm-hmm. More residue. Let's see. So apparently Norbert Rob Cantu, from one of our other top contributors in the Mandela Reality Residue 100 group, says there's a video phone call that dates back to 1927 in this reality. It's called the Icona phone, developed by AT&T. They created the earliest electromechanical television. They call it the Iconophone, the image to sound, and it was 18 frames a second, and it occupied a half a room full of equipment cabinets. Can you imagine, like, if you had that back then? I always wonder if, like, we had, like, the same technology we have now. What if we brought it back, like, 60 years ago? Like, somehow somebody went back in time and, changed things a bit. This is from Mark Fewing's residue. So apparently in the movie Supergirl, there's a poster with the Statue of Liberty holding the torch in the left hand. Do you guys remember the torch in the left hand or the right hand? For me, it was the right hand, and I mean, it is the right hand currently, and that's what I remember. But there are people that remember it in the left hand, so I'm not going to knock those people for believing that they remember it that way. If you guys remember it that way, that's fine. And that's why we're here to talk about it. So there's back in the background, there's the two towers. You guys see that still standing? The Ford logo, I remember it being straight just like this. It had a slight curve like that, but it didn't have the squiggly on it. It's just weird. Then you
Yeah, the
have
one you
this
pointed to,
residue
I
here.
remember. The
Hmm.
bottom one. Yeah.
Yep, and there's residue here of the British flag. The way I remember it, the British flag looked like this, not the. It looks like a pinwheel now.
Hmm.
Um. Okay, so how many of you guys remember this song? Paul Caniff made a post here, and this is actually one of my favorite songs by Laura Branigan. It's called "Self Control," and he remembers it being in the night, and now she says, "Oh, the night." What do you guys remember? In the night or "Oh, the night" of that song? Anyone?
I guess in the night for me. What do you remember?
What do you remember, Mom?
Like you, in the night. In the night.
Yeah, it's "Oh, the night" now. So this historical Mandela effects. Sheena Lee posted this. I'm not gonna play the video because there could be copyright, but you guys are welcome to check that out if you're a part of the group. If you're not a part of the group, we welcome you in. Just make sure you answer all the questions, okay? And then we can approve you. It's called Mandela Reality Residue Hunters. Oh, here's some residue. Perfect. Rachel Casada posted this. Watching 6 days ago, she was watching the Handmaid's Tale, and
Oh,
that's
yeah.
on. I guess it's on Hulu. Am I right? It's on Hulu. Um,
Yes.
she says right here, we're going to need a bigger boat. That is a direct quote from what I remember from Jaws, and now that quote says you're going to need a bigger boat, which changes the whole meaning of it, doesn't it?
Hmm.
Yeah, I know that's an older effect, but it's just residue from the movie. Uh,
As a woman.
so here's some residue here that Gary Ashburn posted. Let me just play it, see if there's any. Hopefully, there's not any copyright music. Okay, right there it says Isaiah 11:6, the wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the calf and the young lion and the fatling together, and a little child shall lead them. That's what it is now. See what the residue says. Okay, in this newspaper, or what this here, it says, we are reminded that the lion shall lie down with the lamb, Isaiah 11:6. Another one here, this other clip says, creatures get along, and the lion shall lie down with the lamb. I can't. Okay, so prophecies of Isaiah: the lion shall lie down with the lamb, and the little child shall lead them. Encourage us to hold hold the vision of a world where justice and peace will prevail. You see that? So much. It says in the Bible that the lion shall lie down with the lamb. I mean, these are from legitimate sources, guys. And the lion shall lie down with the lamb, and the lamb will zap the lion and reign over central division. Isaiah, where he says, in the latter, says, a lion shall lie down by the lamb, and a young child shall lead him. What do you think about all this, Mom? All this residue?
I agree with that. That's how I remember it.
Yeah, I mean, how many pictures you see, like when you go to Goodwill? Um, I remember Teresa sent me some pictures one time of, Teresa Lynch. She sent me all these like little statues of representations of the lion and the lamb together.
Yeah, I had gotten one too. I put in the mantle.
Do you still have it?
I think somewhere we moved.
So, something in the Bible, Isaiah chapter 11, about a peaceful kingdom where the lion shall lie down with the lamb, the goat and the tiger shall eat together. From Isaiah 11:6, the lion shall lie down with the lamb. Yeah, plenty of residue. I could go on and on, guys. There's so many here.
Hmm.
It's insane. Let me do one more. Find one more from here. Okay. So here's another one. I don't know if you can read this, but it says the lion and the lamb shall lie down together. Wow. That's great residue. Great residue, guys. Great job, Gary, for putting that all together.
Yeah.
What do you think about where we are in the cosmos, guys? Pat Glassell posted this. Um, the
Yeah.
sun was located near the outward tip of the Sagittarius arm in the Milky Way. Now we're located about 2/3 of the point of the Orion Spur, and this is residual of where the Earth used to be. We used to be right here. And let's see. I believe that's um oh yeah. Here's something else. Namus Nam says, and he's a top contributor also. He says, I thought we might rehash the lunacy that is the upside down Christmas trees, because I know many of you guys, along with dealing with Black Friday shopping and all that, I'm sure you guys found some good deals. We've talked about this before. Has anyone ever came across an upside down Christmas tree? So again, we're rehashing this because a lot of people like putting up their Christmas stuff right around now, right at the day after Thanksgiving. It's like, yep, you got the all okay. You've got the all clear to put up your Christmas stuff now, the day after Thanksgiving. Yep. So this upside down Christmas tree nonsense. There's many new members who haven't seen this. He says, yet it's apparently been around for centuries, even though most of us have never seen or heard about it. Is there any other fun Christmas time Mandela effects out there you might know about? He says. So, and then Gina White writes, my mother has had an artificial upside down Christmas tree in her house since 1997. I've never seen one anywhere else. Mom saw it in a store in Grand Island, Nebraska in 1997 and bought it. Definitely Emmy. I'm going to like that comment and that one too. Oh, here's Kit Kat. Look at this. Mark Fewing's. Now, I don't know if this is Photoshop. It could be. I'm not sure. Just a little disclaimer there. I don't want to be in trouble if I claim it is and isn't. Anyway, this is how he remembers Kit Kat with the dash. What do you think? And there's plenty of people that remember. Beverly Hills remembers it. John Santon remembers it. Oh, look at this. Here's C-3PO with the golden leg. Looks like we're all caught up. Yep, because we talked about the Tinkerbell thing, I think, last week, so we're all caught up now. All right, maybe let's see where Sandy's at. If she's okay, so she's not made it in yet. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and do a little rewind here of some of the other. There's some stuff because guys, I have missed a lot because Sandy does regular shows. If you're watching on her channel, you probably get a little bit more content. She does more shows. We do the weekly one here on my channel. So let's just see. Let's just see what I missed. So give me 1 second, you guys. Wow, I did miss a lot, didn't I? Hang on, what was the last? Let's see, the last thing. November. Let's see. Okay, I think November 19th, maybe. The last one we did, I believe, was the 13th, maybe. Actually. Okay. Sorry about that, you guys. I'm just trying to refer back to this stuff here. So November 19th, that's right. That one was with Curious Nurse. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, Sandy's uploading, she says now. So yeah, we'll just do a couple of these and wait till she gets back.
Sounds good.
All right. All right, so
I hear Valari in the background. Pinocchio.
yeah, you want to read this one, Mom, about Pinocchio, and I'll see what else I can dig up.
Okay. Now?
Yep, you can go ahead and read that one.
All right. We all know what made Pinocchio special, right? He couldn't lie. True or false? Pinocchio's nose growing is based on fact. Is it based on fact? True or false?
You say is it based on fact?
Yeah, it says that Pinocchio's nose growing is based on fact. Fact that he lies or doesn't lie? Know what that means?
I think so.
True or false, guys?
What do you guys think in the chat? Please respond true or false, whatever you remember. Again, if you've seen this on Crystal's channel, if you don't mind, just please put in the chat what you posted then. Okay, so Trivia Nostalgia says based on a lie. And then Blank Slate 1111 says hell no. It's not fact. TV Noel says not fact.
Not fact.
All right. And what do you say, Mom?
Same thing.
Yeah,
Not
it's
based on
not
fact.
it's not based on fact. No, it's not based on true story. So But anyway, true, maybe sort of. So in 2012, Harvard University um, researchers determined that when we lie, blood rushes to our nose and inner corners of our eyes. What?
Didn't know that.
No, that's weird. So when someone lies, maybe their nose does grow. I don't know.
There's research that shows that when we're
Hold on.
stressed,
Okay, hold on. So it's called the Pinocchio effect. When you lie, your nose temperature rises. When a person lies, okay, he or she experiences a Pinocchio effect, which is an increase in the temperature around the nose and the orbital muscle in the inner corner of the eye. In addition, when we perform considerable mental effort, our face temperature drops. And when we have an anxiety attack, our face temperature rises. According to a pioneering study that has introduced new applications of thermography. I wouldn't doubt if they started using this, if like the National Security Agency or the CIA or FBI would use this on testing, like a lie detector test, they might actually use it. According to Spidey from the YouTube channel The Behavioral Arts, this rush of warmth from the blood can temporarily and very slightly enlarge our noses.
and deceptive, the blood flow in our face changes. And they've seen in scans that more blood goes to the nose when we're being deceptive, and the nose actually grows a little bit, calling this the Pinocchio effect. And there's research
No
that
way.
shows that when we're stressed and deceptive,
No way. No way. That's no. But you wanna read this one, Mom?
Which one? Down there? Okay.
Yeah. You wanna read that one?
But none of the research came to that conclusion. They only said that eyes and noses get warmer. Nothing I found said that the nose got any larger. It's just the
Yeah, what about this one
warmth of
here?
it. When you tell a lie, the temperature in your nose increases. That's called the Pinocchio effect.
Okay, what is going on here? So apparently there's a reverse Pinocchio effect that shrinks your nose when you lie. What is this? So while Pinocchio's nose would extend when he lied, it seems the reverse is true in reality. Scientists from the University of Granada have found that when a person's lying, their nose shrinks from the drop in temperature. Based on these findings, a team has developed a lie detector. What did I tell you guys? See, I didn't even see this beforehand. There's a lie detector test that monitors the temperature of the face to determine if a person is lying. And while Pinocchio's nose would extend when he lied, it seems the reverse is true in reality. The scientists from this university have found that when a person is telling a lie, they shrink. So again, this is just repeating what we just read. And in one 2018 study in India said that the complete opposite. They state that the nose gets colder when we lie and the nose shrinks a little. This all sounds very shifty to me. How does it sound to you guys? I got to see some expressions here from the audience, guys. Come on. Hard to believe is calling it the Mandokio effect. That's funny. I love it.
Pinocchio effect.
I love it. I'm starring that one. Okay, guys. Go Kart Bob. The opposite happened to Michael Jackson. LOL. uh, oh, blank slate 1111 says, "Wonder if they've studied other body parts. If you know what I mean." I'm starring that one. Hand orange covering face. I'm sorry I can't see that one. Probably on YouTube it would show, but yeah, that's face palm, I guess. Um, I mean, even if it grew, it wouldn't be discernible. Says blank slate 1111. And Jar Slick Suede says, looks like my Aunt Tilly. I'm starring that one too. Ragami Mikano says Pinocchio is also a Korean drama, but I don't think they use this same scientific effect. Yeah, and Blank Slate 1111 says, as far as I'm concerned, all science is pseudo, only here to disprove a creator. All right. So moving on to the next tidbit we got here for you guys. Okay. So Sandy had another slide here.
I read that one.
Yeah, this is another Mandela effect. So yeah, you go ahead, Mom. You can read that one.
Okay. I'm sorry, everyone. I have to talk about a little YouTube drama tonight, not because I want to, but because I want a record of this, a record of this, in case I need it in a court of law.
Okay, I'm trying to see what this is saying here. So Sandy's highlighting some things. I think somebody was accusing her on YouTube in the comments and I guess it was a troll calling her a liar and accusing her of photoshopping residue falls under defamation, both libel and slander because we read written word. So again, I guess we're defining defamation here for this user. So defamation is false statements that harm another person's reputation, including libel, generally something written or slander or something said. Basically, if you say or publish something false that harms the reputation of a private figure, they will have to prove that you acted negligently. You didn't take reasonable care to find out the truth, such as by research or fact checking. This is much easier to prove than actual malice. So this is not okay. So I guess the person. Okay, let me see if it explains anything on the next slide. So, is your speech protected by First Amendment? That's a very important question. So basically, our shows and Sandy's presentations are protected under free speech because they're online posts and they are written works. And the First Amendment states Congress shall make no law abridging the freedom of speech. Generally, a person cannot be held liable either criminally or civilly for anything written or spoken about a person or topic, so long as it is truthful or based in an honest opinion and such statements. Private and public figures are able to sue someone for statements they have made. Okay, so let me see. This is just some stuff here. So this person, okay, I don't know if you guys can see that. This is right around. It was the Cryptic Candy show that this person commented on that we did last week. This person says we are going to sue you and your friends, so get ready. Neither of you will have a pot to piss in. And then Sandy replied, "LOL, I already don't. Good luck suing someone with no income for 7 years. Second, for what? We list our content as entertainment. We have free speech, dude. Third, it's not my fault. You can't see what's happening right in front of you, but keep lying about me doing something I'm not. I do not Photoshop anything except the choices to gauge what people remember. Not my fault. You cannot see it. I also love how you completely ignored my question because you cannot give me any example." So this person evidently is trying to harass Sandy on her channel. So guys, people like that, I just tend to block them. If you're not going to be, um, like, it's one thing to have good criticism of, like, if there's something I can do better, I will gladly do it. But this is like someone threatening. There's a threat here to sue Sandy for just merely making for her photoshopping some things that to just for the sake of asking, like, hey, which do you guys remember, this or this? So anyway, that's so yeah, we've getting past that now. So this person is just harassing her. She just needs to block this person, and that's final. Now that you've seen the messages, she wants your opinion, guys. Should I block this account or leave them here to dig a deeper hole? I would take the blocking and use that route. That's how I would do it. I would block this account. This is a troll. They're just trying to get your goat, okay? That's what I would do, Sandy. All right, sorry about that, guys. Okay, the next one is from Gary Joseph. This is credit goes to Gary Joseph on this one. So recently, let me just see if Sandy's back there. Hey, Mom, you there? I lost you. Okay, yeah, you get kicked out, I think, because you were outside of Google. You have to stay on Google Chrome inside StreamYard, or it'll kick you out. Sorry. So yes, Gary Joseph says, recently I received a comment from a viewer reporting a Mandela effect that may affect many of you. A store similar to another store that I want to ask you about has changed from his memory. So one, if you are familiar with this sporting goods store, please fill in the blank. Cabela's. How do you spell Cabela's, guys, in the chat? Yeah. Thank you, Moon Freedom. Yeah, I would block also. Yes. The loser doesn't have a leg to stand on. Waste of your time, Sandy. So Piggy Butt says, I hate the fact that I get called a troll a lot of times whenever I'm not in agreement with a group of people. Yeah, it's okay to disagree. Guys, we're here to talk. If you don't agree on a certain Mandela effect, because there is this thing called groupthink. I don't know if you ever heard of it, guys, but in groupthink, you just go along because another person says that's a fact for them. No, we're not asking that. Tell us what you remember. It's a chance to vote on something. Don't feel like you have to vote just to get along with everyone else. If you remember it differently, that's fine. So the trivia nostalgia says A. Blank slate 1111 says A. Yeah, Piggy Butt says, I think this intolerance in to try to understand people is a little frustrating. Actually, know the ability to not see the difference between the two is really frustrating. I understand, Piggy Butt. That's okay. So yeah, I agree. We're just trying to talk about Mandela effects so certain people will consider me to be as a troll. Moon Freedom says A. Cabela's with an 1L. Crunchy B says A. So Piggy Butt says this is going on 6 or 7 years and people are still focusing on the wrong thing. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree, Piggy Butt. Nom nom nom, attention. What are you trying to get my attention about, Kinraz? Okay, okay, Ragami Mikado says some just dismiss Emmy as something suggestive. It's not suggestive, guys. We know something is happening, something big. We wish we could put our finger on it. It's just it's just slightly out of our reach. I feel it. It's going to be revealed eventually because all things that are that act in the dark will be shed light upon, as it says in the scripture. Happens. You know, we will know the truth eventually. Might not be in this time, but the way things are going right now with our current world, everything is culminating to a point. So yes, the signs are there. I mean, Jesus says, "Look for the signs." Um, Cabela, hey Derek, welcome. Yep, even like guys, even the animals, you know, like animals have stronger senses than us humans do, and they even sense that things are off. I mean, I was watching this video, and I don't know if I could find it again. It was something that that Curiouser posted on Facebook, and it was a video of a bumblebee can be playful, and I think we talked about this before on our channel, where bees are becoming more playful now. It's like you give them a soccer ball, they'll probably kick it around. You guys probably saw that thing advertised, like they sponsor it everywhere. This smart soccer ball that kids play with. I bet we give that smart soccer ball to a bumblebee, and he'll start kicking it around. So we're going to go ahead and move on to see what the real answer is here. So, like Sandy was saying, there's another sporting goods store wants to ask you about, but I don't know if either of these has been covered before. So, credit to them if these were already covered. So, if you are familiar with the sporting goods store, please fill in the blank. Was it Bass Pro Shop or Bass Pro Shops? Which one is it?
A.
Hey, what happened, Mom?
Me, I don't know, but I fixed it.
Okay, just make sure you're trying to stay in the StreamYard. If you leave Google Chrome,
No,
after about 2 minutes, it'll kick you out.
yeah, I'm good. I think
Okay.
it's A.
Yeah, yeah. I wish StreamYard had an actual app, and that would be a lot better than using Google Chrome and relying on it.
I'm
Okay.
in Chrome,
So
I guess.
I need some answers, you guys. Please tell me what you remember. Thank you, Dean. Dean always shares some really great Bible verses for us to look at. Thank you. Okay, so we have one from High Pocket, says Bass Pro Shop. I could have sworn it was Bass Pro Shop. I could be wrong, but that's how I feel it was.
Yeah, like I said,
You
me
guys think?
too.
Again, you don't have to do groupthink. Put what you remember, guys. Okay. TV Newell says A on that one. So Bass Pro Shop for TV Newell. We got 2 A's. We got 3 A's. Looks like Sandy, welcome. You've joined.
Hi.
Thank you for coming.
Hi,
Hello.
Sandy. Hello.
Glad
Hey,
you can make
Anita,
it,
how have you
Sandy.
been?
Oh, pretty good. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
I was having the hardest time getting in here. It wouldn't let me in.
Yes, I had a problem too.
That's not normal for it to give me problems getting in the StreamYard. That was interesting.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to the show on screen so I can say hi to everyone.
Yeah. So what do you think, Sandy? Was this A for you or B?
Well, I'm
Yeah,
going
the
to
other
tell you on the
blanket.
next slide. There's a lot of people in the chat that I have not seen before, and people I haven't seen in a while. Like Crunchy B is here, and Edie Noel. Ken Raz, welcome.
Yeah.
We also have Blank
Dean
Slate
Johnson's here.
1111, Dean Johnson. We
But
have Piggy Butt, Derek Zhu Ying. Did I pronounce that right?
yeah,
I hope I did. Sorry.
Derek Ju Ying is reality shifter.
Welcome. I just got to the
Not
chat.
to
There's also Jar Slick Swayze. There's a lot of unit carry skates. Welcome. We got Michael
Oh,
Russell,
we just got
Donata, Ryogami. I have to say hi. I'm sorry. Hard to
uh
believe it's here. Go Kart Bob. Good to see you guys. Mustard Seed of Faith, Super Mario Brothers. I'm almost done, Brian. I'm trying.
It's okay. Jehovah's daughter Barbara says, "Awesome stream. Unfortunately, I can only listen this evening. I'm multitasking. That's okay.
That's okay.
You can
Thank you for
still, if
listening,
you.
Barbara.
Thank you, Barbara.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to quickly go to your chat
Okay.
while
Ow.
you continue. You're gonna see what I remember. I have a dual memory, but I'm actually leaning more towards shop with a P.
Yeah, without the S.
Yes.
I agree.
So which one is? So Gary Joseph remembers Cabela's with 2 L's. Now I do too. I was honestly saying B the entire time. It's now Cabela's with 1 L. It looks weird with the 1 L. In my opinion. The store has always had 1 L. Do you remember Cabela's with 2 L's? I do. In fact, I take my daughter there and my kids there every time we go to get Santa pictures because they're pretty famous for giving free Santa pictures. And I guess they think that you'll shop there in hopes that you'll shop there and pick out some stuff for Christmas. Yes. So Sandy, so with the other one, you say you're having a dual memory for
Yes.
shops and shop.
I've never heard of Cabela's. That's not in my area. But I was having dual memory, but I'm really leaning towards shop now.
So hold on, I don't think I read it at all. So dual memory of Bass Pro Shop and shops, but while searching for residue, Sandy noticed many articles saying shop when discussing the BPS buying out and merging with Cabela's and Cabela, with Cabela and Cabela's.
Mm-hmm.
So again, which do you remember? The current reality B, shops, or A, shop?
And I remember A. I'm going to go A.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, if you ask them on the street,
I
they're
agree.
probably going to say Bass Pro Shop. Look, check this out. So here's a listing. It looks like, where is this? I guess, is that Etsy or something, or where is that?
That's eBay at the top.
eBay,
At the
yeah,
bottom,
sorry.
it's a resident reward. I don't know, they're giving away for 2,500 points to Cabela's gift card. But there's a lot of residue here, Brian, because there's 2 things, and I went crazy for this person. It was everywhere. The residue was everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, for me, this wasn't really an anchor, but I really feel it was with 2 L's. Seriously, like I'm like 90% sure it was Cabela's with 2 L's. Only reason I'm not is because I didn't. There was back before I even knew about the Mandela effect or anything. I had a friend that likes to hunt and fish, and so he mentioned Cabela's, and I think I might have been there a couple times before. But yeah, and then I started taking my kids to see Santa there.
Derek, I have to address the chat for 1 second. Not tonight, Derek, but if you want to join us tomorrow night, here's the thing though. We have a show tomorrow night, Mandela Effects After Dark, where we discuss like more things than just these presentations. You're welcome to join us tomorrow night. Email me at sandydivamandelaeffects, all one word, @gmail.com. And here's the thing though. You need either an Apple device or an actual computer, and you need headphones with a mic because StreamYard is so picky and touchy. And the Android bug is still going on, huh?
No, explain the Android bug again, Sandy. What happens with the Android bug?
If anyone with an Android phone or Chromebook logs in to StreamYard, it makes everyone echo. It's a bug in StreamYard, and they still haven't fixed it yet.
Yeah, so far it hasn't happened so far, but my mom, she's on her Android phone, but she's using earbuds. And you're just fine, right, Mom? Can you talk and we can't? We're not echoing.
No, I don't hear you echoing. I can talk.
Okay.
Wait, your mom's on Android?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well then maybe they fixed it.
It's quite possible. I know it's been a couple weeks, but maybe
Well,
they did. I think.
as of last Saturday's show with Curiouser joined us, and it was still there and horrendous. It was horrible. It was bad.
Maybe they fixed it.
They probably fixed it, which is wonderful. Good on StreamYard. Very good.
Yay.
Derek says I have an iPhone, not a problem.
Yep. And send me an email, and I will get back to you after the show.
Hey, but Sandy, you remember not too long ago they were having an iPhone bug, and then they patched it, and now they have a Android bug,
Right.
or did. I don't know if they.
Yeah. Yes, the iPhone bug wasn't as annoying though. It just kicked you out after like a certain period, like 2 hours, and then it kicked you out, and you just had to come back in. So as long as you were under 2 hours, you didn't even get kicked out. But this, you can't even do a show. But at least they fixed it. Thank goodness.
Yes, thank goodness. Yeah, Cabela's looks weird without the second L, doesn't it?
It does. Check out the merging in River, and that weird little
Look at
big,
that.
little big.
Oh yeah, it's all merged. The I, the V, and the R or whatever. Cabela's.
Guys,
Check this out.
oh, sorry, go ahead.
Is it echoing?
No, I said go ahead.
Oh, Cabela's. There's residue here with 2 L's. Sandy, in case you guys don't know, she puts a green border around things that are residue.
Residue. Yeah.
You won't see
Things
that
that
in some of the presentations tonight because they're rewinds. But tonight is an all Thanksgiving show when we get to the new stuff. All
Yeah,
Thanksgiving tonight.
Sandy, what did you think about my King Henry joke with the turkey leg?
I did not hear it because I was working.
Okay, it's okay.
Tell me
So
after the
I
show.
figured it was kind of. I figured, yeah, okay, I will. I'll tell you after the show.
All right.
And what I thought about doing was maybe we can do it on another show, Sandy. But maybe if there are folks that want to join us on the after show, we could maybe arrange something
Yes.
to talk after the show. You know.
Mm-hmm. I can't do it
That'd be
tonight.
good.
I have a lot to do tonight, but that's totally something we can do.
Yeah, we'll invest. We'll check into that later. You guys from our audience, if any of you would like to come join us afterwards and talk, we can look into that on
Also,
another
send
show.
emails. If you're interested in
Yes.
ever doing that, send an email. Especially John Nada pushing buttons. SAG arm Mandela effect. There's so many people. There's so many people. My brain's racing right now. I'm still trying to calm down. I get into a full blown panic before the show because of Flickr, and I'm still feeling it. Hey, Analog
Oh
Line.
man,
I am.
I'm sorry, Sandy.
It's not your fault. It's definitely Flickr's fault. But there's a lot. Like I said, now we're at the Bass Pro Shop residue. So, like I said, if you want to move through these
Well,
quickly.
what was that? What I forgot. What was the one thing that we said? What was the thing that Jeff said on about Flickr on that Father's Day show that we did? You remember he said something about, and we push him into the Flickr or something like that, or what was that the mafia thing we did?
Send him straight into the Flickr, he said, or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I'm saying that.
I'll go check to see if I got an email. I don't have time to read it, though. I'm sorry. Let me see. No. Primary inbox. Are you Steven? No, the last email I have is from 8:12 a.m. Let me write it here. Hold on for a minute.
Residue here is for Bass Pro Shop.
Mm-hmm.
It says Bass Pro Shop right here, but if you look at the actual image, right here it says shops. Bass Pro Shop. But it says shops.
Oh, check this out.
Hey.
Look at that. It's like they did it from memory as shop, but then realized they looked at something and realized it was shops and added the S into the border. You see that?
Hmm.
Hey guys, am
Yeah.
I here?
Hey, Jeff.
Hey.
Hey,
Hey,
Jeff.
Jeff.
Oh, good. I'm in the show. I didn't know.
You're here, and we're doing the stuff from After Dark, so you haven't missed anything yet.
Okay. Well, sorry I'm late. I had a lot of stuff going on today.
It's okay. I was late too.
That's okay, Jeff. Glad you could make it though.
Me
Yeah.
too. I want to show
Happy
something
Thanksgiving,
tonight.
Jeff.
Happy Thanksgiving, Jeff.
Oh, happy Thanksgiving. I want to show something tonight.
Okay. Why don't we do that before we go to the new stuff then? Because all the stuff I have for tonight is Thanksgiving.
All right. I'll send it to, who should I send it to, Brian?
Yes. Brian, do you have any more After Dark folders to do, or are you going to the new stuff now?
I think that's it. I think we're ready for the newer stuff, Sandy. I think you came just in time to save us.
Okay, great. So before you get to that, grab what Jeff wants to show. He's sending it to you now.
I'm sending it right now.
And Jeff, we have a guest tomorrow night.
Oh, cool. Huh?
I don't know if I'm Derek. Derek in the chat wants to join us.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
You said there's 5 folders, Sandy?
I got your email. It didn't come up as Derek, though. This is Derek, though. I got it. It's you. Got your email, Derek. Hold on one second, Brian. Let me just double check while you're getting Jeff's thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, that is correct.
Yeah. What do you guys think? What do you think about my image there, Sandy?
I think
The Thanksgiving.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Beautiful. I was going to do Thanksgiving avatars, but I missed them. They're gone already. They're already on Christmas, so I couldn't do them tonight.
Yes, as High Pockets just said here, don't forget to show your support by hitting that like, guys. Okay, that helps the algorithm. That way YouTube can direct more videos like our channel to your feed, so you'll get more Mandela Effect content, okay?
Mhm.
And since you're talking about support, I might as well mention it now. I did do a community post, but you never know who's going to read the community posts or not. Since everyone has been asking, I finally created merch. I have a spread shop. It's open. There's more designs coming, but I just didn't have time. So I got like the Christmas ones up, the Bing Crosby Mandela effects. I have a couple of the logo stuff, including my logo tonight. That's going to be my new generic logo, but I'm putting a link in the chat. That is my spread shop, if anyone's interested. But the community post does have the dates if you want to get stuff by Christmas. They're all different depending on where you live. Oh, I guess I should put it in the chat too, Brian.
Yeah, can we show a picture maybe so that our audience can see some of the things that you're selling on there, I guess, as part of your merch? Or can we give them like a taste of it, so they can see it?
I'll send you a couple of pictures because it's easier to see. Because it's, it'll be higher quality than the website. I hate the website, though. Actually, go to the website so I can talk about how I hate it. Here's the link, Brian.
Okay. Can you send it to Messenger, please?
That's what I'm doing right now. I'm putting it in the main group.
Okay, hold on. Let me...
But wait, you have something on the screen anyway. Let Jeff talk first.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that first, and then we'll go to the other.
So this is the only real residue for Shazam that I've ever seen. Somebody sent this to me from one of the Facebook groups. It says, the most disturbing part of people saying that the Sinbad movie doesn't exist is that I played the cab driver in the film. Honestly, I've been trying to find a copy for my reel, and now it appears no one can find it. Now that no one believes it's real, I am considering removing it from my resume. I don't want people to think I'm making credits up. So this guy apparently played the cab driver in the film, and he's
Wow.
baffled that it doesn't exist anymore.
That's nuts, isn't it? That's crazy.
He was in the movie.
And I remember a cab driver scene, so I think it's legit.
Okay, Sandy.
Yes.
Okay, so can I show him your merch?
Yes. Oh, we have the other Nobleness D in your chat. Not Noble.
Yeah, Nobleness
but
D.
it's not Noble. It's a different Noble.
Oh, different Noble. Okay.
I think
Yeah.
it's
So guys.
Keith Stag, maybe. All right. So go to the top though. Let's go to the top. I hate it. You can't design it any other way. I'm just showing the logo. The logo should go across the entire top, not be that little tiny thing in the top corner. It's horrible. There will
You
be
know,
a holiday
I can fix
category
that.
soon. You can fix it.
Well, yeah.
Yes, I'm going to have you log into it because there is an advanced tab where you can edit the HTML. So I will have you go in with me. That'd be
Yeah.
wonderful.
It's just too small. Yeah, we can expand that.
I added the stuffed animals because my stepson's sister asked for stuffed animals, so I added stuffed animals in there. But we have Bing Crosby with the Chillin' and Rice Mandela effect. I also have a Bing Crosby one for the one we just covered. Did you just cover it, Brian?
Yeah. Yeah, you know, Sandy, I like coffee mugs, so I may get one of those from you. Okay.
Mhm.
Sounds good. But there's coffee mugs, there's stickers, there's buttons, there's magnets, there's Christmas ornaments, there's
Oh, teddy
t-shirts,
bears too.
sweatshirts,
Huh.
there's everything. There's even like one of those thermos tumblers. They're the long skinny ones, but it's glitter. The pale blue glitter looks really good with the Bing Crosby green and blue one.
So like when people order this stuff, do you actually create these or the website does?
The website does, and they can add to it. So if they want to put like their name, or they want to put a Mandela effect question, or whatever they want to put on it, they can. I enable the ability to add
Oh man,
something
what is
to
this
it if they
here for the
want to.
dog? That's pretty cool. Dog bandana.
Yeah, dog bandanas, duffel bags. There's all sorts of stuff.
Do you have any cat bandanas? Just saying.
No, they only
The
give me
cat
an
ones.
option for a dog. I know.
Yeah, it's very biased.
The only thing I don't
Oh.
have in there are blankets because I'd have to make a huge file. I'd have to upsize it. So they may be coming in the future, but not right now.
Okay. I like to let yourself be lies. That I'm definitely getting that mug.
Mhm.
I know that one's
That
crazy.
is
Classic.
It is sick.
all right. So I guess we're moving on.
We are moving on to Thanksgiving. And did I say it, Jeff? That was great residue.
Thanks.
Yeah, sure was.
Definitely great residue, Jeff. Thank you for finding that.
Thanks, Brian.
Mandanimal, I probably gave you a wrench because you came to one of my very first shows. Everyone who came to my first show got a wrench as a thank you for coming to support me, especially since it was last minute.
Mm.
Well, I mean, there may be more wrenches to pass out too on my channel. I can. You remember? I actually had to start pulling some wrenches only because we had that hacker break into our show that time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that?
I
It was
do.
somebody that posed as Teresa Lynch, and then removed wrenches from people.
It's not letting me add moderators on my own channel.
All right.
That's weird.
So, Sandy, did you look into this more deeply? This here.
No, I didn't. That's just a rewind.
Okay. So we've talked about this before. All right. So,
It does say rewind on the folder, yeah.
yes. I'm just letting our audience know that we've talked about this before. So, Brian McFarland credit goes to me on this one. What was the most abundant main course at the first Thanksgiving meal with the colonists and the Native Americans? Can anybody say it in the chat? What was the main course that they ate at Thanksgiving? Anyone? Mom, what do you remember?
Ooh, turkey.
Turkey.
Turkey. Turkey and corn.
Mad
Yes.
Animal says deer. Moon Freedom says turkey, question mark. Inraz says corn. Mad Animal says in fish. Bigger Pig says
turkey.
Honest Hunter O'Biden says cracked popcorn. All I know is when they say Thanksgiving, it's turkey. Raggy and Mikado.
Penraz
Nice.
says they call it maize. The corn, I agree.
Yeah.
Why
right.
can't I give out wrenches? They took that ability away from me.
So the thing is, while wild turkey has most likely served, the main course was actually fish and shellfish. Are you guys surprised and bewildered as I am? So
I am.
Yeah, the first Thanksgiving there is residue. We've always been shown pictures of turkey, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh,
turkey.
and wasn't hang on. Okay, maybe it's one of the effects that we're going to cover tonight, but there is something with the buckle right on the hat.
It is we are going to be covering it. Yes.
Thank you, Sandy. I just want to make sure we
Five
covered
Boys
that
here
one.
and says venison. The answer is
Venison,
fish,
deer,
shrimp, lobster, crab. That's the answer.
So the only thing here's an interesting fact. So the only thing left of the colony of what does it say? Croatoan? Carved on a tree.
Don't wait. That shouldn't be there. Next slide. That shouldn't be there.
All right.
None of that should be there. Exit out.
Okay, I'm exiting out.
That's weird.
Yeah, none of that should be there. We're gonna get to that. I'm gonna go check the Flickr folder right now.
All right, next one. So, who wants to read this one? Jeff, you haven't read one yet, right?
Yeah.
You wanna pick up on this one?
Yeah, I'll read this one.
Okay.
This is what you're going to be finding out about what we just saw.
Many things about the lost colony of Roanoke has changed for me. Question 1. What was the carved message or messages?
So in Roanoke, the lost colony, the only clue or clues was a carved message or messages. What was that message or messages? What do you remember? And you just got a really big hint a second ago. Honest Hunter of Biden says help.
Mm-hmm.
Not help.
Shall I move on?
No, you want to get some answers? Are there any answers in your?
Yeah, I definitely want some answers. I want some answers about the cause of the Mandela effect, but no one seems to know. We have ideas of what it could be.
I have an idea. Yeah. Does anyone in your chat say anything? Because I can't see your chat. Wait, you just got an answer. Go back.
Which one?
Two up gave you an answer. There it is. Moon Freedom says Croatoan. I don't know. That's what AHS said. American Horror Story. And what did that one say? Can you read it? I didn't see it, Brian.
Wait, which one?
The one
That
that
one?
said that one. No, the other one. There was another one that said Croatoan. What did they say? Something from a TV series or movie, not sure. Ryogami. All right, we can go on, Brian.
Okay.
And Croatoan for High Pockets. Go ahead, Jeff.
Question 2. What was the message or messages carved into?
So far, everyone said one message or they didn't know. Those of you that said one message, Croatoan, what was it carved into?
Can we say?
Yeah, Moon Freedom says a tree. What do you remember, Anita?
Tree.
A tree. So does
Yeah.
High Pocket says tree. Last Flyboy says a tree. Piggy Butt says the world. Honest Hunter O'Biden is the closest with a canoe. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Piggy Butt is the closest. Something wood. That's strange. Ryogami says, Mandanimal, I remember you not having the wrench when we are live. I do remember Mandanimal having the wrench. Maybe it was on Brian's channel? It won't let me give wrenches out, though. I don't know what's going on there.
So was it carved into a tree? That's what we saw in some of those images.
What's happening in your chat, Brian? I can't see your chat.
Why can't you see my chat, Sandy?
I can only see my chat. I have to go to your channel to see your chat.
Hey, Sandy, we got to set you up with dual monitors.
I already have dual monitors. One's in StreamYard. Oh, thank you, John Nada.
Oh, that was really nice, John. Oh, John Nada, thank you for Sandy there for sending that.
That on the screen? Can we put it on the screen?
Yeah, it's up on the screen.
Sticker.
You see it?
Yes, but I don't see the sticker.
Totem pole? Was it a totem pole? Mandanimal says, I had a wrench when everyone got one before. Let me see. I'll have to reinvestigate
I have a feeling he doesn't have a wrench on your channel, but on my channel he does.
I think that might be the case.
And I don't know why, but normally it says make moderator. I can remove moderator. Like if I click on High Pockets, I'm not going to do it High Pockets. But if I click on you, it says, oh, it just disappeared.
No,
remove as standard moderator. I'm not going to do that though, but I'm saying I can remove moderators, but I can't add them. That's so weird.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not giving me. I can't add moderators.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I think there's a bug in YouTube now.
It's not letting me do it.
Nope. All right, guys, move on. There's a third question.
But Mandanimal has a wrench on my channel. Maybe it's your channel, Sandy, because I can see it on mine. Mandanimal has a wrench.
I can see it on mine too.
Really?
Yep.
That's strange. All right. Well, we'll figure it out. Right?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, you had Derek sent you $4.99, Sandy.
It just popped up. Thank you so much, Derek. Oh, that's so sweet. How come I can heart Derek's but not John Nada's?
I'm not sure.
Question 3. Do you remember stone tablets being found which may have solved the mystery of the lost colony of Roanoke?
Does anyone remember stone tablets being found related to this?
Not me. No.
Brian, you want to read the chat,
Sure.
please? Because you can see both.
I can see both without having dual monitors. Uh,
I couldn't heart
okay.
John Nada's sticker, so he gets a heart in the chat. I just wrote heart to
Mandanimal
John
says,
Nada.
okay, Mandanimal says I'm on Sandy's channel. I don't know. For some reason, I'm seeing the wrench on my channel, but I don't know.
I think it's because you're
Piggy
seeing our
Butt,
chats,
Piggy
Merch.
Butt says, I thought this was like some chick's channel. I don't even know who the main guy who's talking even is. Okay, I'm Brian McFarlane.
And I am the chick, and I'll put Brian's link in the chat.
Is my name? I guess my name isn't showing up, right? Because we.
Right. See, here's the thing, guys. We
Yeah,
multi-stream this show every week, and then I have a show, Mandela Effects After Dark, with Jeff on Saturday nights. So this is Brian's channel. Wow, YouTube is acting crazy. It won't even let me write Brian. It's just like, here's the link. So that link I just posted is Brian's channel. But
Yes,
it's the same show on
David.
both channels.
Yes, so Go-Kart Bob says tables, question mark. And David, aka Logan Freeman, says, so this is all about Thanksgiving or what? Yes, the all the effects that we're covering tonight, basically.
Except for this. This is like Thanksgiving adjacent.
Thanksgiving, yeah. Hey, John Nada says Brymac, we call him.
But, I mean, you don't have to be American and celebrate Thanksgiving to get the stuff we're showing tonight. Except for one, but there's stuff in there that you don't need to be. You'll see what I mean. You'll see.
Yeah, Mandanimal says no wrench here. That's so weird. I'm gonna have to go through and Mandanimal, if it's me, I promise I'll add you back.
As soon as we figure out how to add wrenches again, because YouTube did something.
I think you have to go through in the actual YouTube Creator Studio and do it that way and add moderators now. Because it used to be able you could right click on their name and you can add moderator.
That is dumb because you can't
like on
even
the dots
find them.
you could.
I can't even find them in Creator Studio now. So you're saying the only way that I can make moderators is if they leave a comment after the live show.
I don't know. It's
That's dumb.
It is.
Oh, John Nada
Right.
says Bry Mac is what Philo calls you.
Hey, I'm okay with it either way. Just don't call me late for dinner. All right.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Especially Thanksgiving dinner. So go ahead. Who's reading? Jeff?
Yep.
Okay.
In my past, there was only one message left behind. Was that Croatoan? And it was carved in a tree, not a post.
It's Croatoan.
Croatoan?
Yeah, it's gonna be important in a minute.
Okay, I never heard of any of this stuff, so I have no opinion on it.
Me neither.
Me neither.
So again, there was only one message, Croatoan, and it was carved into a tree in my past, and now it's a post. So on the right, it's in the red box. It was a fence post that it was carved in, not a tree like I remember. Go ahead, Jeff.
But in this reality, there are two messages that were left behind. Not one, Croatoan was carved in a tree in my past, but now it's on a fence post.
Thank you, Hi Ryan Spur. Happy Thanksgiving.
Guys, I'll go ahead. Sorry, Jeff. We'll after the we'll do it at the end. Okay. Sorry.
Jeff?
Jeff, did we lose Jeff? Jeff, you're on mute.
Oh.
Oh.
And the message carved into the tree is just crow now, like someone left in a hurry and didn't finish writing the word. But even stranger and definitely a Mandela for me.
Guys, do you remember just crow? C-R-O?
No, not at all.
It was never crow. It was Croatoan, only Croatoan.
Now, 2023, there's something new. Croatoan, pronounced Croatoan, is now the alternate spelling. The name of the native tribe in this reality is Croatan.
Yep, Croatan. I have it down further. I should have put it higher. Sorry.
I have never
Croatan.
seen it spelled this way or pronounced this way, Croatan, before. Have you?
Guys, have you ever
No,
seen
not
it
at all.
spelled Croatan?
No, it was Croatoan.
Mm-hmm. And Animal says no. Jeff?
As for the Eleanor Dare tablets, which haven't been confirmed to be authentic, explaining the fate of the Roanoke colonists, they never existed in my past either.
Yeah. I have no memory of these tablets whatsoever. So, Red Slides is current reality. Croatoan on a post, crow, which has a backward 6 drawing. There might be a couple duplicates because I added a few new ones. So there might be, I think that tree is duplicated. I don't know why Croatoan survivor is in the red. That should be in the green. Oh, them saying it's solved. That's why it's red, because it's not solved. They're not even proven to be authentic yet. Here's more crow trees. Just CRO. Never saw that before I found this. Hey, Pushin. Good to see you. It's new to Pushin. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving.
Yes.
High Pocket says,
Yeah.
I thought it was one tree had Croatoan and one tree only had crow. Oh, you remember 2 trees. And now one of the trees, the Croatoan tree, is a post. For me, it was just one message and one message only. And it was Croatoan on a tree. There was no post. There were no tablets. Almost there, Derek. So here, Brian, this is an article from Johns Hopkins. It says, only clues to the whereabouts were the word Croatoan carved in a palisade, which is a fence post, and the letters CRO carved into a tree. That is the current reality, not my reality at all.
No, not my reality. And the Johns Hopkins, it was definitely John Hopkins.
Yep, definitely John. Okay, now we're on to the residue. The top is an episode of Supernatural, where they had Croatoan carved into a tree. There is a steamship, the Croatoan. That has to do with the spelling. It now being Croatan. I've never seen Croatan in my life. High Pockets is not affected by that. High Pockets remembers John's.
Most people I know do as well.
Here's Croatoan on a map, on a tree, and someone else writing Croatoan. That's for the spelling. Now this is where those slides belong. There's that. That's a representation of the fence post that Croatoan was written on now, on the left. But they put it on a tree so I can deal with it. And under interesting facts, can you go back for 1 second? It says the only thing left, so singular, Croatoan carved on a tree. That's my reality. Blank Slate says, Johnny Hopkins for me. Just kidding.
Johnny Hopkins.
John Nada remembers Cedar Sinai Center. For me,
Me
it's always
too.
been Cedars. But I know a lot of you remember Cedar.
The excuse I got
Mom.
with Johns
Oh,
Hopkins that the guy's last name is Johns, the one guy, and the other guy is Hopkins.
That still
that's
doesn't. Then I would find residue for the guy's last name being John.
Yeah.
Who's reading?
Oh, me.
No,
Right?
this is a new one. We're on
Oh.
the next one.
Okay.
Brian, this one barely is any reading. I can read it. Okay, go
Mom,
ahead.
you go ahead.
All right. This is a 2020 rewind about the pilgrims from who our Thanksgiving tradition comes from.
Oh, this is a good one.
Okay, which shape is the pilgrim hat?
So in the chat, everyone, we're going to go with A and B. A or
Maybe
B?
they were both.
Or C. So A is left, B is right, C is both.
Oh,
What do you
man.
remember?
Oh, God.
They could have wore both.
Hey, Michael
I feel like
Fontaine.
it could be both.
Yeah, the leader wore the tall hat, I guess.
In my chat, High Pockets is left or A. Michael Fontaine is A. Last Flyboy is A. Piggy Butt is B. Bigger Pick is A. Parody Bear is A. Mandanimal is A. Derek is C, both. Blank Slate is A. Bigger Pick reiterated A. Moon Freedom is C, both. And Pushing Buttons is C, both. I don't know about your chat, Brian. Did Dean answer? John Nada is A.
John Nada says A. Moon Freedom says C. Pushing Button says C. Did you read those already?
Yes, it did.
Okay. High Pocket says B. Looks like a bad chef hat. I agree. Go Kart Bob says both. All right.
Mm-hmm. Buckle or no buckle, guys?
All right, so now we're going to go with 1 or 2 or 3. So 1 is left, 2 is right, 3 is both. Buckle or no buckle? What do you remember from your past?
For me, it's buckle.
Buckle, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Buckle, definitely, yeah.
Brian, you want to read the chat? There's a lot of answers.
Okay.
After Go
Most
Kart
people
Bob.
are saying High Pocket says 2.
Everyone else
Most
says
people
1.
here, most people are saying 1, yes. We have Blank Slate saying 1, Mandanimal 1, Piggy Butt 1, Go Kart Bob, Pushing Buttons 1, Bigger Pick says Buckle for sure. High Pocket says, I thought Buckle was on boots.
We're gonna get that next.
Okay,
Splatter
last
just
fly
jumped in,
voice. Last fly voice is one.
and so did Red Storm.
Yeah.
Welcome, guys.
Splatter says one. John Nada says 1-2, buckle my shoe.
Jar Slick Swayze says one. So now we're on to the shoes. Take it away, Anita.
Well, there's a question, buckle or no buckle?
So top or bottom in the chat. Ken Raz says one. Top
I
or
say
bottom?
one. Top. Match the hat.
Yeah, I would say the top one.
Top.
Yeah.
Piggy Butt says they're putting buckles on everything. Most people are saying top.
Mm-hmm.
Piggy Butt says back, then top. Jar6 Swayze says top. All right.
Anyone say bottom?
I didn't see any bottoms. Did you?
Bigger Pick says buckles. They loved their buckles. So here's some residue.
Red Storm's. Yeah, Red Storm says you're many of these pilgrims.
And Honest Hunter O'Brien says Velcro.
Red Storm says top.
All right, so the next slide, this is like one of those old slides, you know? So this is just residue of pilgrim buckle shoes and costumes where you can add them to your shoes. Splatter says top, Janata says top, Ken Raz says top. Here is residue of a hat from the Mouse on the Mayflower. Not wearing shoes, but has a buckle on the hat.
And it's tall.
It's tall. I don't remember that. For me, I don't think I specified, but for me, I remember one, the shorter hat. I don't remember these tall hats at all. I have no memory of the tall hats. So I got to explain because there's no words when you go to each picture, Brian. So go to the next one. So here's more of that. So someone drew the mouse on the Mayflower. It may have been Fizzy. Or maybe Fizzy found the drawing. But I remember the hat like that, not like, I remember on the left, not the right. And there's the book, a full cover picture of the book. I don't think I remember him wearing red either. I thought he was wearing brown. I could be wrong.
Looks like a Santa suit.
It does. That's why I know it's wrong. I could be wrong about the brown. I'm definitely right about the red. It wasn't red. Okay, Brian. So here is residue of belt buckles, hat buckles, shoe buckles, all the buckles. And this is how I remember the hats. I remember the hats not being really tall, except for the guy in the top left corner and the round one, but the ones on the bottom, those are how I remember the hat. Shorter.
The one on the top looks like a cowboy hat.
It does. Now here's the
Do you
interesting
know who
part.
found this one? I'm trying to remember who.
It was me, Brian. Again, if there's no name, it's me. It's always me if there's no name. So here's the thing. You see the bonnets the women wear? There's also these round pointy hats that I don't remember. But I remember the women always wearing the white bonnets, and they wear the hats too now. I don't remember these really tall hats or the round ones. And you're going to see a woman in one of these hats right now. And here's a woman
Oh, they
wearing
look
a
like
tall.
witches.
Yeah, they do. I'm telling you, they were not tall like this in my past. This does not look right. By the way, if anyone's wondering what kind of shoes they had, they were all leather with shoelaces. They had leather shoelaces instead of buckles.
Leather? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
They look awful without the bonnets on.
I do not remember ever seeing a woman in a hat. It was always that bonnet.
Mm-hmm.
It was more the tall hats that I don't remember. Some of them have buckles, though. It's just the height of the hat that's the problem.
I think that's the last
And the
photo in
and the round pointy one. They were never rounded on top for me. It was always
But
flat.
do you see that bottom? You see the bottom left one? It kind of looks like you see both hats there, like the tall
You
one and the
do.
short one.
They
Mm-hmm.
are. They do have both of them.
So maybe most of us said both. I think some of you guys were saying most of the shorter hat. I
Right,
didn't
but
see too many of the folks saying that the taller hat was the case,
but
but
for
there were
me,
people that remember both.
it was never tall like that, and it never, ever, ever was rounded, ever.
All right.
Brian, you want to read this one?
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I was going to say I can read this one
And I'll do
for
the last one.
Thanksgiving. Yeah, for Thanksgiving 2022, I discovered a tradition, a holiday that was never part of my timeline. I will be showing that Emmy in this presentation. I researched that Mandela effect for days. That's why I'm sure that the new reality insert is a Mandela effect. Now in 2023, there's a prequel holiday to the Thanksgiving Emmy from 2022. Yes or no? Have you ever heard of the Thanksgiving mummers? Is it mummers?
Yep.
Um, or Thanksgiving maskers before? Anybody ever heard of this?
No.
Jeff?
No.
The clown.
High Pocket says no. Red Storm, nope. Moon Freedom says no. Mandala says no. Pushing Button 62 says no way.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? I want to know too, because I haven't seen these slides yet. Sandy reveals this. Well, actually, we did. This was one of those rewinds you said, right?
No, this part's new.
Oh, okay. This is new. Okay,
But
sorry.
it leads into a rewind. This was before this, like if you think about the years, this was before the rewind presentation by year.
Okay, so in Philadelphia, the annual New Year's Day Mummers Day parade has been running since 1901. If you look at the Winch, is it Winch Brigade?
Yep.
They are dressed in traditional mummer attire, minus the colors, of course, which may explain where they got the mummer's name. But there was no mention of this in my research last year.
So remember how I said, have you ever heard of Thanksgiving mummers? I'm making the connection that the Mummers Day parade, they dress like this because that's how Thanksgiving mummers dress. But there was no mention of Thanksgiving mummers last year or Thanksgiving maskers. There was nothing about that stuff last year. And now it's there.
Now it's here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, here's something else. I don't know. This is not Thanksgiving related, but it is the season for RSV. I've never heard of it until a few years ago. Is this new for you guys? The RSV.
Brian trying to get me demonetized.
That's new for me.
Mm-hmm.
But mummers and maskers, you're going to have to explain what a mummer is exactly, Sandy, because I have no clue. But mummers and maskers prior to the early 20th century was a yearly tradition every Thanksgiving where children, young adults, and sometimes entire families um, would dress in old clothes, rags, costumes, and even curtains.
So just first, stop here a second. The picture on the bottom left is a mother and father with their son. So the son is on the left, mom's in the middle, dad's on the right. So that's a full family. There's a dad dirtying up his son's face, and then on the right, those are young adults, like teenagers. So you got all of them, the kids, teenagers, and the family. The thing I
Wow.
covered last year was children only, so this is new for me.
Yeah, there would be parades of marching maskers in the streets, riots, and begging for food, candy, or change. But it was a fun and yearly family event that marked the start of Thanksgiving Day. Have you ever heard of this? I'm gonna say no way. Is this only in Philadelphia or was this nationwide?
No, this was nationwide. The Mummers thing is only Philadelphia. The Mummers Day
Oh,
parade for Philadelphia. It minus the big balloons.
mm-hmm.
It's as big as the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade in Philadelphia.
Yeah, this brings me to the 2022 presentation. Mummers or Masters Day lasted until the beginning of the 20th century, where it devolved into Ragmuffin Day, which in modern times became our Halloween. On to the second part from 2022 now.
So now we're going on to the sequel of Maskers, Thanksgiving Maskers / Thanksgiving Mummers that I covered last year because this first part wasn't there. So here's the rewind. Go ahead, Brian.
All right. Have you ever heard of the Ragmuffin Parade?
Ragamuffin Parade, anyone? And
Yeah,
if you
and
saw
Sandy,
this last year,
yeah, so what you're saying is there's new research that you've uncovered from this one from last year, right?
correct, that was not there when I researched it last year.
Yes.
Hmm.
That's what I'm
So
saying. So from the
even
oh,
if you
Jessica,
saw
tell me.
this one last year, just answer what you originally answered. Have you ever heard of a ragamuffin parade?
Yeah, from the late 19th century through the 1940s, children would dress up like ragamuffins or vagrants and knocked on doors and approached strangers on the street.
Sounds like Halloween until you get to the next slide.
It does sound like Halloween. Expecting for pennies, candy, or food by asking anything for Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving Day. Have you ever heard of this?
So they would walk up to strangers on the street or knock on doors saying, anything for Thanksgiving? No, not in my past. This never happened.
And you're saying this was nationwide for real? Like
For real.
strange.
And they would also have parades.
Yeah, stranger still. Many communities in the Northeast still have ragamuffin parades to this day.
So they still exist today.
Strange.
That's
But
no.
instead of going up to strangers, it's an actual parade with a mascot. Is this a change in history for you too?
Honest Hunter O.
This,
Biden.
you know
My
what this
pops,
reminds me of? Huh?
Honest Hunter O. Biden says, my pops created this holiday begging.
Now that I believe.
That's the Piqua.
Yeah, North Massapequa still has the parade to this day.
Merkle Park.
And they're not the only one. I'm going to be showing you the one from this year at the end.
I was going to say this reminds me of Sandy, the Mandela effect we talked about with the trampoline sports that we uncovered from the Back to the Future 2 newspaper.
Yeah, I
There's
know.
like these trampoline sports that existed now that never existed.
Yeah, but wait a second. Derek is saying not nationwide, but it may not have been like in tiny little towns and stuff, but in major cities it was. I found pictures from Chicago, New York, a few southern ones. I'm trying to remember which. I don't want to name ones that I don't know off the top of my head. But the pictures were. It was from the Library of Congress, and it had the city next to it. So it definitely happened in cities. I just don't know about small towns.
I wonder why. I mean, it would have been a tradition to this day in many cities.
And I couldn't find anything about it, but one source said that in the 1700s, so 18th and 19th centuries, it was also in Europe. But I couldn't find any images or anything else other than that one thing. So here you see Ragamuffin Day in New York School. This is all from like the New York Times. Teachers and social workers frown on the Thanksgiving ragamuffin. They are trying to discourage the youngsters' practice of dressing in fantastic garb and begging in the streets on Turkey Day. It all says New York, but I swear to you, it wasn't New York. The pictures were Chicago, New York, D.C. There was all different places. Ragamuffin game, one is calling it. Teens dressed in their, I don't know, it looks like cess, off garments of their adults in a clownish array. There's some saying we're wearing false faces. There was one about Boy Scouts doing a parade to just like discourage people from doing Ragamuffin Day, but they couldn't discourage it. They couldn't stop it. It's like kids taking over on one day.
Wow.
I don't get it. Never heard of it. I can't read that small print. If you can, go for it. But that was in the paper for
Okay.
Ragamuffin Day or
It says,
Masters Day.
please, paste this sheet to another sheet of newspaper and dry under a weight. Cut on the mask on the heavy outline. Cut the outline of the nose and cut spaces marked X.
Slash the top knot.
Slash the top knot is indicated by the dotted lines. Also, the sideboards and the beard, cutting into a line with the dots. Tie a string long enough to fit around the head on either side of the mask to hold it in place.
So they also
It's a
gave
mask.
crazy masks in newspapers. So they're discouraging kids from doing Ragamuffin Day, yet they're giving them masks in the paper. So this is Buffalo at the top. Can you zoom into the top, Ryan?
Yeah,
This
it
is
says
not.
Buffalo Junior Courier
Yeah.
magazine.
So we're not talking about New York City now. Now we're talking about Buffalo.
Do you remember this at all, Mom?
You remember hearing about this from your parents or grandparents?
The Ragamuffin Parade. She might have fallen asleep. It's okay. It is late. I'm just gonna move along here. All these
showing you they
things.
still go on. That's all.
Yeah.
And here's last year's, or this year's, I should say, from the one that had the mascot. And they're showing all the pictures through the years of their Ragamuffin parade. It's just nuts. All right, so this one
Sandy.
is me. Yep. All right, guys.
Yep.
Last one for tonight. Before I begin, a little disclaimer. I really thought I had covered this before, but there is no record of it in Flickr. I have no presentation for it. But even if I did, I found new residue you may find interesting, and there's a new Mandela effect for me, which will be inside this presentation. That has nothing to do with the main subject. It just has to do it in New York City. So you should all be able to participate on this one. All right, go ahead, Brian. This may not be a Mandela effect. It may just be info we've never heard of or that we didn't know. But I believe it is an ME. History from another timeline. Everyone in the US and some not in the USA know or have at least heard of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. True or false in the chat? In your past, has it always been called the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade? True or
That's
false
true
in
for
the
me.
chat?
True for me. It's always been true for me.
True for me too.
It was always the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Okay. So you want to read the chat, Brian, since you can see both?
People are saying High Pocket says true. Bigger Pick, never heard of it. Pushing buttons, scratching head here, or holding chin. That would be a target in the South, High Pocket said. Yes, from Barbara. Yes, Bigger Pick. Moon Freedom, true. Okay, affirmative. Mad Animal. John Nada, yes. Pushing buttons, true. All right, thanks you guys for helping us out, speed this along.
And I know Brian says false.
Who?
Honest Hunter Biden says
Oh, of
joking
course.
around.
Yeah, joking around.
All right. Not once have I heard an announcer, commercial, history segment, etc., call it anything other than the Thanksgiving Day Parade. But it did not start out that way. For the first 3 years of the parade, 1924, 1925, and 1926, the parade was called the Macy's Christmas Parade, and sometimes the Big Christmas Parade, sponsored by R.H. Macy's. Have you ever heard of this? Do you believe this could be a Mandela effect to our history? Or do you think it's just info we didn't know? But I have watched the parade, and sometimes, like, in the middle of the parade, when there's, like, you know, the boring stuff, they'll do a little segment talking about the parade or talking about Macy's. And I've never heard anyone mention this.
That's weird.
Hey, Mr. Super Sidewinder. Hey, Mr. Eckup. Or Meister, I'm sorry, Meister Eckup. So here's some more posters for the Big Christmas Parade by R.H. Macy and Company, which I've also never seen at R.H. Macy and Company, but again, could be info I didn't know. Macy's Christmas Parade, Big Christmas Parade, all these names never mentioned before for me. Always the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
But what do they call the Christmas? Don't they have a Christmas parade?
I don't know, do they?
I thought there was a parade on Christmas.
I know there's a parade on Christmas, but I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's sponsored by Macy's.
Is it Macy's or no?
No, because
It might just be called the Christmas Day Parade.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Macy's Christmas Parade. That's weird.
Aw, thank you, Mr. Super Sidewinder. That's so sweet. I love you guys too. So here's some pictures.
Yeah, we love you guys.
Merry Christmas Parade. Go back, Ryan, to the pictures. I'm trying to show
Miracle
you.
on 30. Hang on, Barbara was saying Miracle on 34th Street being one of my favorite movies. Yes, it was Macy's.
Yes, go back. So here you got on all the floats, Macy's Christmas Parade. They had elephants, actual elephants with Macy's Christmas Parade on top of them.
Did you also happen to catch that Happy Christmas?
Yeah, there's a
Macy's?
happy and a merry at the same time.
That's weird. Yeah, it was Merry Christmas, never Happy Christmas.
Except for John Lennon.
Happy Christmas does sound like a British thing, maybe.
Maybe,
I don't know.
yeah. So history also states that Santa ends the parade because it was a Christmas parade, which makes sense. But it made just as much sense to have Santa end the Thanksgiving parade to kick off the Christmas season. What do you guys think about that? So they're saying the only reason why Santa
Hang
is in
on.
it is because it was a Christmas parade.
Yeah, well, that's the thing that you look for at the end of the parade where Santa comes.
Yeah, because
Um,
it's the kickoff of the Christmas season.
isn't that when you watch A Christmas Story and where Ralphie is telling the story about his childhood, don't they visit a Christmas parade and they see Santa at the end or something?
I don't know
Or am I
about
thinking about something
parades.
else? I thought it was
No,
a parade or something.
they go to the store,
Oh, the store.
the
Okay.
window
They see
display, and they
Santa
see
there.
Santa. Yeah. And for the
Okay.
life of me, I can't think of the name of the store right now. Now onto the logos and residue I came across looking at old parades. There's a close-up of the Happy Christmas if you guys couldn't see it.
Oh yeah, a Happy Christmas Macy's. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. So for those of you that remember a normal S on Superman's chest, there you go. On the Superman blimp, he's got a normal chest. And his boots, I remember his boots being straight across. Now they've got that weird seagull looking, actually it doesn't even look like that. It's even more, it's a weird shape. Go check it out after the show. So they have it both ways on the balloon. And in the background there's a Coca-Cola sign that sure looks to me like there's a dash in the middle and not at the top. Now it's blurry, so take that with a grain of salt. Here is some residue of the buckles. Now, for future present, future Thanksgivings, the next slide is one of the pilgrim slides we just saw. So you can skip over it, Brian.
Okay.
It's just to show that they don't have the buckles. All right, this is a question for the chat. I have never seen a cut out one-way sign in my life. Have you? Yes or no in the chat. Have you ever seen a one-way sign like this? Because I never had. This picture's from 1957. Anyone ever see this sign before?
I've never seen
Nope.
it cut out.
It's just on the street in New York City during the parade. Never. Jehovah's daughter Barbara has. Wow. Yeah, this is new to my reality. This was not like this for me. It was a long time ago. Says Jehovah's daughter. So merging in the 1920s, everyone, we have T and C overlapping, and the T now it's on the side, on the left side, so it may just appear differently, but it looks like to me that T enclosed is cut off, and then the T is crooked. That's kind of weird for me. Back in the 1920s. Looks like a kid made it. It's pushing. Yeah, I agree. So this might be merged, or it could just be blurry, like the blurriness making it look that way, but it looks like the R and the A is merged. Possibly the A and the D, but I can't tell because of the quality. And we have the backwards slanting A's, and it looks like the RA is merged in restaurant. Again, but this is clear as day. This is 1924. We have MAYFA all merged in Mayfair on the right. On the left, the M and the A is merged only. In 1924. All right, guys. Final question of the night. Last but not least, a new Mandela effect for me. Which shape is your Empire State Building steeple? Left or right in the chat? And Brian, Jeff, what do you remember? Left or right?
I
Which
remember
one?
left.
Brian, can you mute your mom?
Yeah.
Left.
Left for Jeff. Can you read the chat, Brian?
Left.
We have a right in the chat.
Okay. Hold on. I'm
I just don't want to miss people in your chat. Jehovah's daughter Barbara
Barbara
says
says
left.
left. High Pockets left. Moon Freedom right. Hard to believe left. Pushing buttons one.
Left.
I guess it's left.
Mm-hmm.
Neither one looks right. Preliminal. Left. Ken Ross. Pushing buttons left. Last Flyboy left. Mandela says neither. Bigger pick left. Preliminal says sort of right, but more detail. Unsure
Yeah,
says
it
Mr.
might be.
Super Sidewinder.
Yeah, it might be more detail. You gotta remember, I had to draw these. Guys, do you remember that?
No.
It looks like a rocket. Like straight up, that looks like a rocket. And something else that I won't say. It's always been the one on the left for me, but now it's the right. Especially before they added the antenna, it looks like a rocket ship and something that I can't say. Is this a new one? Is this new for you as well? So for most of you, I think it is. But now that you see the actual picture, anyone change their mind, or is that what you remember? The bottom right is Legos. I had to draw those things on it. The little, what would you call them? I don't remember that. I have no memory of it. Absolutely not. So is any of this new for you guys? Let me know in the comments below. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone that celebrated. Happy belated Thanksgiving to the Canadians who celebrated in October.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I hope you can find time, I guess, to get your Christmas decorations up this weekend if you haven't done it yet.
I don't have Christmas decorations. They're all gone.
Well, I have one of those little cool light bulbs that changes colors on, and I have them outside my garage. I got one green and one red. So that's my start to
Well,
Christmas
that's what I
decorating.
have. I have a green light bulb outside my front door, and that is it. 'Cause my decorations and my tree were all destroyed in the flood last year.
Well, Sandy, we need a miracle like the Charlie Brown miracle. Well, everybody wave their hands and we'll get it all put together for you.
Decorations are nice. They're not necessary. It's not what Christmas is all about. You know?
Unless you watch a the what is that National Lampoon's Christmas, where the house
Yeah.
is like blinding everyone and is draining all the electricity in the whole town. That was awesome.
So, guys, a couple announcements. There is a possibility that Brian will not be able to have a show next week. So keep an eye on the community posts. I will update you as soon as I know if there's going to be a show or not on Friday next week.
Yes.
If not, Jeff and I will still have a show on Saturday. Again, I finally have a merch store up. I'll put the link in the chat before I go again. And
Sandy,
yes.
Sorry. Yes, it's my birthday weekend next weekend, so I may be going out of town. Just saying.
Yes. So it depends on when he leaves, the weather and such. So as it gets closer, I'll let you know if we're gonna have a show on Friday or not. If not, still gonna have the After Dark show on Saturday. I don't know what's going on with Hebrew. Some days he has a show, some weeks he has a show, some weeks he doesn't. But if he has a show, I'll be there. Any other announcements? Anything else anybody wants to say?
Yes, I would like to say some prayers for Teresa Lynch because she's got what seems to be the thing that we didn't like talking about earlier that might get you a ban or whatever, Sandy. That
I'm sorry?
the RS thing, the RS and another letter, sickness. Pray for
Is that
Teresa
what
Lynch,
she
guys.
has? I thought it was just an upper
She's
respiratory.
pharyngitis with upper respiratory is usually a sign of the RS, whatever it is.
No, they would write RSV. That's a different virus.
Yeah, they would have, right, but it is going around right now. I know that. I've had it. My daughter's had it. Uh, guys, be careful out there. Um,
Yes, please.
try
Please
not
pray
try
for
not to
Teresa.
try to do your part. If you're sick, try to stay home. Try not to spread viruses around if possible, guys. And just pray for Teresa that she gets better. And if you have any other people that you want to keep in mind for prayers, um, we'll say
Okay,
some
we'll
prayers
send
for
them all
those as
along.
well. Those that are unsaid. In Jesus Christ's name, amen.
Amen.
And I hope you all have a wonderful night, and we look forward to seeing you guys. Hopefully, hopefully I can come and do a show Friday. If not, then wish me a happy birthday on Sandy's show. Have a great Mandela Effect night, guys, and God bless.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.